if I say to you in the rest of the day, I know everything and I'm going to share it with you, please pick up your bags and leave the workshop now. Does your original face, your authentic face, does it pay off in life? Authenticity may not be an option. It might be the only route to survival. You will not become an Einstein if you didn't have the hunger, the desire to want to bring out your potential. Enthusiasm, passion, commitment, ownership. That's what it's all about. We can take the horse to the water, but we cannot make him drink. You'll have to replace the word with the word want to. Now, want happens where? It happens when there's enough hunger in the stomach, when there's enough fire in the belly, as we say, right? Till then, the want is not there, and you can do what you like. If this me doesn't decide to manage myself with all those descriptors, self-aware, self-regulated, self-driven. That's where the journey starts from. And that psychic energy we discussed, which is so scarce as a resource, that's the only thing a leader has to share with his team. Can you create a climate which will firstly give us wins and successes today, give us long-term successes, a culture which will breed future leaders and therefore future wealth? There is no matter. Everything is energy. Everything is particle-like, wave-like, transient, constantly changing. And that's the message I want from nature. The oldest teacher that is there to teach man. In nature, mutations happen too, to adapt to the new reality. If these species do not adapt, what happens to those species? They extinct. Can you imagine a seed which had the potential to become an oak tree when planted in the right soil with right sunshine and water, and the seed just sitting there in the ground like that saying, I refuse to be an oak tree? Can you imagine the role of that seed in nature? What kind of a seed it would have been? In school and college, we were taught many things, and we were hoping they will come useful to us. But this basic premise that you first learn and then you are tested on your knowledge, which is what entire academic life is all about, that premise actually gets completely overturned, because in real life, the tests will come first. They will not wait for you to learn. And actually the test itself ends up becoming a learning. Self-analysis, reflection, feedback, everything I'm trying to understand myself. And as I keep going deeper and deeper into myself, you think at every stage I don't get to feel that I must have reached the inner core by now? This is my true reality? At every stage we feel that. It's an evolution. When is the final layer in the onion going to open? Nobody knows. Nobody knows that. When you do not have self-esteem, you are going to become a prisoner to what others think about you. You go through life, right through life as a prisoner, as a captive, as a slave. You don't realize it, but you're a happy slave all your life. I'm doing a circle over here. Each circle is different, but it is unique and it is perfect. So therefore, every human being must have the courage and the guts to find his or her own originality. The cultural savvy, the emotional savvy 21st century leader. You can start with, I want to control the world, I want to serve the world. Inverted pyramid, they keep coming closer, closer, they start overlapping and they end up giving a star. A star is born. Someone is very brilliant, he's in your team, and you're not giving him or her the right challenging assignments, you will find him bored once again. So either they will veer towards boredom, or they will veer towards apathy and disinterest, and therefore not be engaged in the task on hand. And as leaders, our job is to first engage ourselves, definitely. but after that, engage all the people who are within the sphere of our influence. So I invite you into that world of balance. Those of us who are marketing, I invite you to learn finance. Those of us who are technical, I invite you to learn human resources. Those of us who are intellectual property or legal, I invite you to study other things. Learn, because learning is all about inclusion and not exclusion. And now I'm saying to you, whether we look at the knocks we receive in life, and there are many of these knocks, welcome those knocks in life, because as opportunity to learn point of view, it's probably the highest potential over there. Having a few downs in life is not what life is all about. Life is about riding the wave and being able to take your moment now, either this side or this side, whenever you want, fully realizing that it is a wave, and you can ride the wave if you have the right attitude to do so. Highest common factor, the respect for ground reality. We do need faith, definitely. We need faith in ourselves, faith in the cause much larger than the immediate environment, whether it's nation building, organization building, whichever cause we've aligned ourselves with, or population, world environment to be safe, sustainability, any cause we take up in life, right? Science in leadership, as well as the art in leadership. I think it's both that interest us. What's the difference between sound and music? Just sound, which we are surrounded by all the time, and music, which is happening all around us. What's the difference? Organized sound, patterns in sound, congruence, waves start mixing each other, resonance happens. The case studies we did, and that kind of a contract is called the contract of the heart. A more technical term, it's a psychological contract. Always focus on the strengths. Always look for the positive in no matter how difficult the situation is. After the game is over, the king and the pawn goes back into the same box. When the job is done, the people say, we did it. We must know how to be born and be happy. We must also know how to die, and die bravely. And that's what life is all about.